If you've always liked the design of the Fiat 500e, but you're not ready to go fully electric yet, well, you're in luck, because this is the new Fiat 500 Ibrida, which is Italian for hybrid, because this is effectively the electric car's exterior design and interior, but with a petrol hybrid engine shoehorned into it. So is this actually the perfect city car for most buyers out there, or does it represent, well, a bit of a cut and shut job with petrol in an electric base? Let's find out.
So in this video, I'm going to show you how going back to petrol has changed the 500's design. I'll explain whether it's better to drive than the old petrol car, and I'll reveal whether significant technical changes have killed the 500's lovable character.
Because look, they have literally squeezed a 1 litre petrol engine with 12 volts of mild hybrid tech under the bonnet here. Normally in a 500e, this is all electric stuff, but here it drinks petrol. But that's not the only change. No less importantly is the removal of a battery, because this base was originally designed to have a battery under the floor here, and that's what you get in a 500e. But in this 500 Ibrida, well, underneath there, all you're going to find is an exhaust tailpipe. Oh, and of course, because this is now drinking petrol, in here, it's no longer a charge port, it's a petrol filler thing. Ooh, that smells good. Oh yeah, and obviously you get a hybrid badge over here, but my favorite new addition is this moustache over here. Of course it's there because the engine needs to drink air, but I think it just makes this lovely design look all the more Italian. But we have to talk about pricing, because while it's not yet confirmed for the UK, it's going to go on sale early next year, sometime around April. We do know that it's probably going to cost around £18,995, so just under 19k, which would mean that it's more than £3 pricier than, say, the Kia Picanto. But, I mean, you won't need me to tell you that this car, especially in this colour, probably is a bit more desirable in terms of design than that very good Kia. And guess what? I think it's a bit more desirable inside. Because in here, versus the old petrol 500, this is a massive step forwards. Not only is it more comfortable to sit in, all right, the seats are still pretty high, but I've got so much more room as a near 6-footer. But also, the dash layout can hold the right type of tech. The old car, well, it was all kind of squeezed into an old design, but now we've got this 10.25-inch infotainment system, which is fast and has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto wirelessly, as you'd expect. And you've also got this nice dinky screen over here with all the details you need. Plus, there are buttons where you need them. So look, the climate control is actually controlled by physical buttons, as are the radio and also your driving assistance features. So it's just easy to use this car on the go. And yeah, okay, it's tiny. And yes, gaining this gear knob down here has stolen a bit of storage space, but who cares? This is a tiny car. It's easy to live with and it looks great. Look, you even get the body color on the dash, and these snazzy seats, they look really, really good. Yes, the rear seat space is tiny. Honestly, I mean, kids are okay maybe, but really this is a 2-seater with a bit of room in the back for extra shopping, if we're honest. And the boot, well, it's okay. I mean, it's a small car, so you're not going to be surprised that you're not going to get a family shop in there, but for a couple, there's plenty of space. If you liked the old car, you're going to love what this one's like inside.
And if you get downloading the Cinch app using the QR code on screen, you could get loving the interiors, design and specs of your next car from the comfort of your sofa, before making it yours in just a few taps. Cool, don't these little Fiats just look great? I think this new one evolves the look perfectly.
But how does it feel from behind the wheel? Well, do you know what? It's quite familiar, not because this interior is just like the electric car, but because the gearbox feels identical to the old manual 500 petrol, which won't be a bad thing because those sold bloody well. But it's not a very powerful car, of course. In fact, we have less power than the old car. So if I rev it out, it makes quite a cool, raughty little 3-cylinder noise, but yeah, it's pretty slow. It's gonna take you 16 seconds to get to 62 miles per hour. It's a light car as well, of course, barely being over 1 ton. Not only are we 200 kilograms lighter than the electric version, but we're also basically not noticing much in the way of street bumps. Yeah, all right, it's not the most cushion ride out there, and you know, Citroens are definitely the most comfortable cars on sale right now in the lower price brackets, but this bumbles along in a very familiar Fiat 500 way, and that's no bad thing. It's definitely nippy enough for traffic. I mean, you know, in the city, yeah, you can pull out of spaces with this. It's definitely not going to get your hair on fire with power, but most importantly, it's really tiny to drive. I mean, it is easy to drive a little car in a city, but because this 500 is especially tiny, 3.65 meters in length in 2025 is dinky. And well, it just means any parking space, any tight corner, any city obstruction is easy to deal with.
Perhaps that's why Fiat doesn't offer the 500 hybrid with a rear parking camera. Instead, you have to make do with the beeps of parking sensors to help out. Oh, and talking of beeps, the annoying driving assistance ones you can occasionally hear can be switched off with a tap of just one on-screen button. I just hadn't found it at this point yet. Oops.
We're now on the highway, which means the speed limit is 130 kilometers an hour. It's about 80 miles per hour. So it's actually quicker than the UK. So let's see if this little 1 litre with its little mild hybrid assistance can deal with that. Okay, we're doing 90 kilometers an hour. Should I do like a Formula 1 style countdown? So let's do a 3, 2, 1. Foot to the floor from 90. We're at 4,000 revs, going up a bit of a hill. We're just touching 100 kilometers an hour, so that's over 62 miles per hour. It's quite slow. It is pretty sluggish, I must confess. If I drop down a gear, really rev it out, makes a nice sound, but it's pretty slow. If you want to power onto a motorway, or if you're driving off of one of those really short slip roads onto a higher speed road, you're going to need a run up, or you're going to really need to wring the neck of this motor. It will do 53 miles per gallon if you're on a cruise, but if you need to accelerate out of slow roads onto quick ones, definitely you're going to have to work this motor hard. So I don't know whether you're going to achieve that kind of miles per gallon if you like to cruise in the outside lane. Still, I mean, it does get to the speed, and when you're there, it's relatively refined actually. Wind noise isn't too high, and actually ride and road noise is pretty low. But yeah, it ain't quick. All right, we're now on a roundabout off the motorway, so let's see what it's like if you chuck it about. Do you know what? It rolls, it's definitely rolling, but it's quite keen. Just doesn't have any power when you accelerate away. Definitely at home in the city.
But as one of the slowest cars you can buy right now, the little 500 hybrid and its 64 horsepower should be pretty cheap to insure for both new and nervous drivers with a less than clean insurance record. Certainly, it leaves plenty of space for a hot, petrol-powered Abarth 500, which the brand is seriously considering to sit alongside its existing 500e model, so long as engineers can find an engine both powerful and small enough to fit into this modified 500e base.
So, you know what, while this car definitely isn't the most spacious in the world, and it's definitely not the cheapest in this class, and yeah, it could do with a few more horses, it is overall just really likeable. It basically has all the best bits in terms of design and likability of the electric car, but with the usability and just the practicality of being mostly petrol powered. And for many people, that's all the car needed. So I think you're going to see plenty more of these on UK roads, and I'm very happy about that. But what do you think? Let us know in the comments below. And if you think, no, hang on a minute, I fancy a small car, but I need a bit more practicality than the rear seats here, well, rest assured, we've compiled some of our favorites from slightly bigger categories, and you can see them in the videos here.